today I want to show you the second GGC's treasure box. Now let me introduce you, if you don't know yet, the treasure box is something that I am making and offering to my viewers as a limited edition bead box. The first thing you're going to notice is this time it's not a box, it is a bag. And the reason I did that is because with my first box that I offered, it sold out really quickly. I didn't make enough. So there was 100 and the demand was much bigger than 100. So this time I've made 200. I've offered it on my website and I've already sold 100. So it goes fairly quickly. But there are still 100 available if you're interested. This is not a subscription box. This is a limited edition. I make a limited amount and sell them until they're gone, and then make another amount, and then I make tutorials with them, and you can follow along with me. I really like the idea of having something that we can do together with the same beads. And a lot of times I will have extra stuff on my website if you didn't get a box that you can follow along with, or I use things that are easy enough to get so that you can actually follow along if you would like. However, this time I put it in a bag because it was really difficult to make 100 boxes with lining and put the sticker on top. It took me a long time. I make these all by myself. So this time I put it in a bag simply because it's less time consuming and I can get the box finished quicker. Each one is a different type of collection. The first one was totally sparkle box. This one is more of a nature's type box. It's called Nature's Bounty, and I put a nice little introduction to it, and I give you a piece of paper that has a really pretty little rainbow on it, and the contents of the bag are right here so that you can see exactly what you have. There are 30 items in this bag, and I'll show you that's quite a few items. The bag is $25. Each bag will be different. They won't always be $25. There's no pre-order, there's no prescription. Some of them will be cheaper, some of them a little bit more expensive. I'm thinking of making some with a little bit even a higher grade. I use nice quality beads, but some of them I'll put more in, less in. They'll all be different. So don't think that they're all going to be exactly the same. The first one had a whole lot of sparkle. This one has a lot of more natural type elements. It has some gemstones in it and a lot of nice little components and charms. So this is more of a stringer's box, where the other one had stringing components in it, but had a lot more weaving type things. So let me straighten this out and get it laid out nicely, and I will show you exactly what's in each bag. Okay, before I get started, let me just say that I am very grateful to all of you who have supported me with my website and helped me be able to stay home and take care of my mother by buying the box and stuff. It was a great success last time, and I am, from the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful. Thank you all for doing that. And let's get started. So, I have a lot of full strands in my boxes. I like to try to give you a lot of beads, because in most boxes you get a lot of components and things, or you get a lot of bags of little amounts of beads. So the thing that always bothered me with that is you get pretty beads, but you didn't get enough to make anything with, as far as a full project, especially bead weaving projects. So I try to add some full strands. We're going to start here. This is a 15.5-inch strand of natural banded agate. So this is what this looks like. It is a 10 millimeter round bead, and it has some really nice striations and different colors. Some of them have more, some of the strands have more of an amberish type color, some grays, some blues, some peaches. All of them are different. Each strand is different than the last, of course, because it is a natural gemstone. But they're all really very pretty, and you get a full nice strand of them. And then to complement that, I have chosen a pendant that is also natural banded agate. And you can see here, this is really pretty. But there again, because this is a gemstone, all of them are a little bit different. So I've grabbed a few out of the box here just so that you can see how different they are. This one's really cool. Some of them are really cool. Some of them are darker than others, have more of an amberish tone to them. Some have more blue, some have more white. Some are more solid. They don't have as much striping in it. They're all very different. This one is pretty cool too, but it has a lot more of the darker colors in it and less blue. This one has a lot of white in it. And let me see if I can find one that's more solid, because there are some that are just more solid in there too. I can't predict what you're going to get, but they're all pretty. So some of them look like this, and some of them look like this. They're all just different. Some of them are really, really striped, like this one. And they're all really pretty. And this one is a little bit skinnier than these. So they are, see how it's a little bit skinnier? These are a little bit fatter. They're all a little bit different. But that's because it's just the stone, you know, a natural stone that they have to accommodate with even the shaping of it. And it is 57 to 62 millimeters long, pointed pendant. So you will get one of those and a nice strand of matching beads. Then I have added a full strand, and this is a 16-inch strand of Opalite. Now I thought this was going to be a lot more white. It looked a lot more white to me when I ordered it, but it has a bit of a bluish tinge to it. But it works okay with these beads, so I'm still happy with it, and it'll be a nice bead to complement with the gemstones. So a full strand of Opalite, and these are 6 millimeter round, and you will get that. Then my full strands that I have added is also including a 4x4x4 cuboid crystal. I love these. You all know I love these things. But in order to get enough volume for as many boxes as I needed to make, I had to go with 2 different colors. So you'll either get the peach magma, or you will get dark topaz with a half silver, coating. So let me get you close plating, so you can see. That's a little too close, I would say. And they're really pretty. And again, they will go really nicely with the color palette here. There are a lot of different colors in these gemstones, so it was hard for me to pick stuff out, but some of them, like, see, this would go beautifully with that. So, you know, it's just, I tried to get as many matching colors as I could. Then I wanted a neutral and a lot of beads in a neutral so that you would have a lot to either, if you want to make a necklace, or, you know, filler beads in between your gemstones, whatever you'd like. This is an Imitation Jade. It's baked glass, and it's smoke white, and it's 32 inches long. These are 9 by 6 millimeter oval beads, and they're really very pretty. I mean, they're just really nice, neutral filler bead that will look really good in several different pieces you can make with this, or even just by themselves. But they go very nicely with the gemstones also. So that will work out really well, and it'll give you a lot of beads. Then the next full strands that I have added are glass pearls. Again, to get enough volume, I had to order 2 colors. So I ordered in a peach color, and I've ordered in a burlywood color. These are both supposed to be 4mm round. The burlywood is a little bit smaller than the peach. However, they'll both work just fine. And these are also 32-inch strands, so there are a lot of beads on either strand. So you'll get either the peach or you'll get the burlywood color. Again, they work really well with the palette either way. So either color will work really nicely. Then, for a really small little accent bead, either we can do some bead weaving and use it as an accent, or we can find something clever to do with it. I have wanted to put a touch of blue in because the gemstones have blue, and this is a really tiny 2mm round crystal. So to go with that, I've got a 3x4mm crystal also. It's supposed to be a deep sky blue, but it's more of a light sky blue, and it's more an aqua tone a little bit. But these two go really nice together, so if we wanted to do a bead weaving project with these two, this would work really well together. Plus, it'll work fine with the other beads too. It's just a little bit of a different tone of blue. However, it does blend fine. See, they all work together just fine. So that is also a full strand of the 4x3 crystals, and it is a 16-inch strand. This could possibly be 4mm round, but I don't think so. And then another full strand that we have, because I have incorporated in this, as you'll see as I get some other beads out, some silvery smoky colors. So this is a platinum electroplated 4mm round full strand of crystal. And this will go really well because I have a lot of platinum components, and I also have some smoky silver crystals in this particular blend that this will go well with. So it's kind of 2 color palettes, but not really, because they all go together well regardless. So that is another full strand. Now we'll go into the smaller accent bags of beads that I have included in this particular box. You will get 44 of these Imitation Jade. I believe they're 4x6 rondelles, and they're really pretty. They are like a half blue and grayish color, and they really go nicely with the pendants. Let me show you. I'm going to open another pendant just to get a different color here. They go really nicely with that, so that could be a nice accent bead in something strung for this pendant too. Very pretty beads, and there's 44 of them, so basically it's an 8-inch strand of these beads. And I will lay everything out at the very end so you can see everything in the box. Then I have included some of these little twisted crystals, and this is a rosy brown color. This is also going to be a really nice accent bead, and I think it goes beautifully with some of the amber peachy tones that are in some of these crystals. And it will also go really well with the pearls if I decide to do something in a weave. That will work really nicely too. Then we have, let me get these back in here. Sorry, guys. I'm just not coordinated. Oh, see, they're flying. Now, we have another accent bead that I thought was really pretty that I put in here. And this is an frosted glass electroplated bead that has kind of an etched circle on it. Let me show you. These are 8mm round. They're really pretty little beads, and this will make a nice accent. Also goes really well with some of the colors that are in the pendant, so that is why I chose that. And that is just, there's enough there for a nice little accent. Then with my smoky palette, I have some Trapezium crystals. These are really pretty. Now, I touched them when I was putting them in the bag, and I must have had some oil on my hands. They're a little foggy because of my oil, but they're very pretty crystals, and this will go great with this next bag. This is also a rondelle crystal. It is half electroplated silver smoke, and it goes beautifully with these. So if you could see these a little bit better, you would see that they're a little bit more translucent than they look down there, and these beads go beautifully with them. And we can make a really pretty strong piece, or even maybe a weave, but probably a strong piece. Make something really pretty with that. That one's chipped. I'll have to take that out and replace it. And those go really nicely together, and they will go really nicely with these beads too. So that is part of that color palette there. And again, it still works really well because some of these pendants are very smoky too, so if we decide to do something, but it would probably be a separate thing, but it still goes with the same type of palette. And then, let's just scoot these aside. And these are oval beads, nice big round rainbow plated oval beads, crystal glass. And they are all a little bit different color than the last because they're rainbow plated. Some of them have more of a bluish tone to them. Some of them have a greenish tone to them. Some of them have kind of an amberish tone. And they all have a silver type of look to them too. So it blends really well with all the platinum components and the beads that I have chosen. So they look pretty nice together. Plus these look nice with them. So we can come up with something pretty interesting with these. And you'll get 3 of those. Then I just thought these were beautiful, and I ordered them actually for my last box, but they didn't come in. And then they did come in later, and I thought I'm going to include them in this one just because they are so gorgeous, and I don't want them just sitting around. So I want to use them, and I want you guys to use them, but they will go fine also with this color palette. They will work just fine, and we can do something individual with them too. There are 9 of them in the bag, and they are just really sparkly and pretty. Of course, my lotion is making everything kind of cloudy. I want to wipe it all off, but anyway, these are really pretty beads. They're electroplated, and they're just a nice little touch of sparkle to all the other muted tones here. Now let's go into some of the components that I've included with this particular box. Now I have a pendant, also another focal for you, that I thought was really pretty. It's just a little single rose like this, and I think that is so pretty. Just really elegant little component that we can use. Oops, let me turn it over. There we go. And it's double-sided enough to where it looks pretty on either side, but this is the actual right side. I thought that was really pretty, and I've also got a tube bead here for you, and this would be pretty on this also, or you could put this on this. So, you know, there's some different things that you can do, or you could just dangle something really pretty from this. You know, there's lots of things you can do. And then string. So you've got one of these 2 beads and a little rose. And then we have a little charm mix. This mix has 5 little hearts, which don't really go with my theme too much, but I thought they were cute, so I put them in. I thought maybe making a full charm bracelet would be good with this box, and you'll see why in a few minutes. These little flowers are double-sided. They're just, I think, they're so plain and they're so cute. They're just kind of elegant in their plainness. I really like that. So you've got 3 of those. You get 5 hearts. And then I have another charm mix in this bag too. Whoops, that's not it. That I thought was really cute. So I added a few of these to this. And come out you. And 1 little single rose. This is not double-sided. It's just a little single rose. And then this little pine cone I thought was just adorable. So we've got this little pine cone that goes with our Nature's Bounty theme really well. And then these 2 really cute little acorns. And they are just adorable. Let me get it real close so you can see. I just thought these were so cute I couldn't resist. So you've got a couple of little acorns in a pine cone and some flowers, and then we have a whole bunch of different leaves here. This is a Monstera Leaf, I believe it's what it's called. It's kind of filigreed, and you get, how many did I put in there? I think there's 15 pieces in this one. So you get 15 of these really pretty leaves, and let me show you close up. They're really very, very pretty. They don't look all weird. Sometimes the alloy that you get, the Tibetan alloy, is a little funny. And to mention also, all of these metal beads are nickel-free, lead-free, cadmium-free. And so this is a nice charm mix here so far. And then we also have these long leaf beads. And there are, I counted all these, you'd think I would remember, 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 10 of these. And these are really pretty also. And let me show you close up. And then we have another mix of leaves. And these, I think, are just adorable. I call them scoop leaves because they remind me of little scoops because they're kind of turned up, but they're really, really pretty too. And this would make a gorgeous charm bracelet with maybe some of the gemstones in between, or just on the chain, because you will, in this box, get a yard of chain. So this is... It's not a tiny chain, but it's not a huge chain either. It's a nice size. You can make a charm bracelet, or you can put it on your pendants or whatever you'd like. We'll go ahead and design with that, but there's a full yard of chain in each box. And then we have these filigree beads. And these are pretty too. 2 of them are 10 millimeter, and then there's, I believe, 4, let's see, 4 or 5. I can't remember what I put. 5 of these smaller, they're 8 millimeter, and 2 10 millimeter. And these are filigreed, and they're a flower motif, so they go really well with the entire theme here. So these would work well with this. These would work well with almost anything. Even your little tube bead, these would work really well with the tube bead. So you're getting a whole bunch of charm type things to work with here. And you will also get some bead caps. Now I made a mix of bead caps here because I ordered these larger ones first, and I didn't think there was enough. So I put 10 in each bag, and then these smaller ones are 6 millimeter. These are 9 millimeter, and these are kind of a cone shape, and they are 6 millimeter, and there's 33 of them. So there's plenty of them, and there are 10 of the bigger ones so that you could use around some of the bigger beads to create with. So there's a full mix of bead caps in this also, so that you can create some pretty things that go well with all of the metal components we have in this particular box. Let me move these aside and show you that we have also, to go with our really nice mix of metals here, we have some chandelier components that they look kind of holiday-ish to me. They remind me of kind of a fan, or I don't know. They're pretty, and we can do some focal work with these too. We can use them as one necklace component, put beads in between, or we can use earrings and a focal. There's several things we can do with these also. And I just wanted to mention, there's something weird on that. Come over there. I wanted to mention that all of these metals can tarnish. I've had a lot of people complain about the metals tarnishing and things. But I'm going to do a video on how to take care of that. Keep a polishing cloth around. I live in a very dry environment, so I don't have a lot of issues with tarnishing. And when I make things to sell, or if I want to store them, I will put them in a plastic bag and squeeze out the air, and that keeps them pretty well. There's lots of things you can do about tarnishing. The reason that things tarnish quite a bit is because a lot of the metals anymore do not have nickel in them, and the nickel plating would help keep things from tarnishing so much. Now there's so many allergies and stuff, most of the metals do not have that, so they do tarnish a little easier. And if you live in a wet environment, a humid environment, they will tarnish even faster. I will do a video, however, to explain some of those things and what I do to combat tarnishing, and I have some products and such that I have bought to show you. So we will do that really soon. Then we have some little connectors. I love these they're little chandelier connectors, but they can also be great for like 3 strands of bracelets, and there's 10 of these in your package. So you will get a lot of them to create with. And these we can do a lot with. We can use them, like I said, we could do a 3-strand bracelet, or we could use them as earring chandelier components and put things on them, or we can use several of them together in a bracelet. Just back like this, connect together, put something pretty in between the 3, like this. You can do a lot of things with these. These will be fun to play with. And I will do more with the connecting and stuff in this box. And I still have a couple of tutorials that are coming up for the last box. So if you still have a lot left and you're saying, well, she didn't do anything with it, she will. I promise you. She will. She will. And then we have 6 grams of jump rings. These are stainless steel jump rings. They're 5mm round, and they are platinum tone. And there are quite a few in here so that we can do some connecting. And then, of course, last but not least, we have a mix of toggles and lobster claws for our findings here. So I have included in this package 3 different types of toggles. So you have 3 pretty little toggles, and then you have 5 lobster claw clasps. These are stainless steel. These are, of course, alloy. So there are a lot of things in this box for us to create with, and probably more tutorials than we had last time, even though I'm still making some. I have a tutorial that I'm going to put up real soon for the last box. My mother was hospitalized last week, so it kind of put me back. But I do have more things that I'm going to show you. Now, I'm going to lay all of this out pretty because I've just got a mess here, and show you one last glance of everything that's in this box. The box is $25. This is a great value for $25. I will be right back and show you
Okay,
everything. It's kind of hard to get it all in the camera here, but this is the assortment inside the box here. Lots of stuff. And I wanted to mention the fact too that I will have 2 other YouTubers, Ice Shoes DIY and Misty Moon, will also open the box and hopefully create some stuff so that you have some other things that you can look at and get inspiration from instead of just my tutorials. And hopefully you like the box. I hope you do. And I hope I didn't bore you to death. And have a nice night. And if you want one, it's ggctreasures.com. I will post a link in the comments and also the information box beneath the video player. And again, thank you all so much for supporting me in my new venture. It means more than I will ever even know how to express. Bye-bye.